She posted, some people just can't handle a strong, independent woman. After I found out she was texting her coworker at 2 a.m., I replied, "You're right, I can't." Then I did something that made her independence feel very lonely. When she came home from work the next day, I 29 male couldn't sleep that night. Phoebe's phone kept buzzing on her nightstand. 2:14 a.m., 2:23 a.m., 2:31 a.m. Finally, I nudged her, "Your phone's going crazy." She grabbed it, squinting at the screen. Her face changed. "Oh, just Kieran from accounting. Budget reports. At 2:30 in the morning? End of quarter. You know how it is." She turned the phone face down and rolled over. Except I did know how it was. Quarterly reports were done 2 weeks ago. I knew because I'd helped her format the spreadsheets. The next morning she was in the shower when her phone buzzed again. One notification on the lock screen. "Kieran, accounting. Last night was just talking, but next time." I set the phone back down exactly how it was. Made breakfast. Acted normal. When she came out, I was plating eggs. "Morning, babe," she chirped, checking her phone. Her thumb hovered over the notification. She swiped it away. "Sleep okay?" I asked. "Like a rock. You?" "Pretty good." She kissed my cheek and sat down. Posted a selfie with her coffee. "Boss babe, corporate life blessed." I ate my eggs and thought about the lease renewal sitting on our counter. The one where I'd need to sign for another year of living together. The one where I'd keep paying 60% because I made more. "Hey," I said, "noticed you and Kieran are working on that big project together." She tensed slightly. "Yeah, it's intensive. Lots of late nights ahead." "Must be tough." "It is, actually." She set down her fork. "I might need more space to focus. You know, fewer distractions at home." "Distractions? Just, you're always here when I'm trying to work, asking questions, wanting attention. It's clingy." I nodded slowly. "You need space." "Exactly. I knew you'd understand." She smiled. "I'm just really focused on my career right now. Can't have anything holding me back." "Of course not." That afternoon, while she was at work, I started my plan. Not some big dramatic gesture, just giving her exactly what she asked for. First, I called my buddy Landon, who manages properties. "You still have that studio apartment available?" "The one on 8th? Yeah, but it's tiny, man, like 400 square feet." "Perfect. Can I see it today?" The studio was indeed tiny, but it was clean, close to work, and most importantly, immediately available. I signed a 6-month lease on the spot. When Phoebe came home that evening, I was reading on the couch. "Good day?" I asked. Exhausting. Kieran and I had to redo the entire Mitchell analysis." She collapsed next to me. "I'm so ready for wine." "About that space you need," I said. "I've been thinking." She perked up. "Yeah? You're right. A strong, independent woman building her career shouldn't have distractions." "Exactly. I'm so glad you get it." "So I got my own place." The wine glass stopped halfway to her lips. "What? A studio. I move in tomorrow. This way you'll have all the space you need for those late-night work sessions." "Tomorrow? But we live together." "Which you said was distracting you from your career." "I didn't mean, Landon, that's not what I meant." "What did you mean then?" She floundered. "I just meant maybe you could go out more. Give me some breathing room." "This is better, complete breathing room." "You can work with Kieran as late as you need." Her face went red. "Why do you keep mentioning Kieran?" "You did. The big project, late nights? This is insane. You can't just move out." "Why not? I'm not on the lease here. This has always been your apartment." That was true. She'd insisted on keeping it in her name only. "For independence," she'd said. "Where's all your stuff?" She looked around wildly. "Already moved the important things. I'll get the rest tomorrow." "You did this today?" "You said you needed space immediately. I'm solution-oriented." She stood up, pacing. "This is ridiculous. We're together. Couples don't just separate because of work. Independent people do. That's what independence means, right? Not needing someone else?" "That's not. You're twisting my words. I'm respecting them." She grabbed her phone, furiously typing. A minute later, I got the notification. She'd posted on Facebook, "Some people just can't handle a strong, independent woman with male coworkers. Imagine being so insecure you literally move out because your girlfriend works late. Toxic, know your worth." I commented, "You're right, I can't." Then added, "Good luck with the late nights." Her phone exploded with notifications. But I was already heading to bed. My last night here. Update 1. The entitlement train left the station fast. Day 1 in my studio, I got 53 texts from Phoebe. They ranged from, "Please come home," to "You're being dramatic," to "This is abusive." I responded to exactly one. "Hope the project's going well." But here's where it gets interesting. Remember how she wanted space for her career? Well, apparently that space was supposed to be theoretical. Day 2, she called crying. "The apartment feels so empty." Perfect for concentration, though. "I can't sleep. I keep hearing noises. Maybe it's Kieran with those reports?" That's not funny. You're right. Budget reports are serious business. She hung up. 20 minutes later, she was at my studio door. My 400 square foot 4th floor walk-up studio. "This is where you're living?" She looked around in horror. "It's a closet. It's cozy. You gave up our beautiful apartment for this?" "You kept your beautiful apartment. I got my own space. Win-win." "Landon, stop. This has gone far enough. Come home." "I am home." "This isn't home." "Why not? It has everything I need: bed, kitchenette, bathroom, plus 0 distractions from your career." She actually looked around for somewhere to sit. There was my bed, or my one chair. She chose standing. "We need to talk about this like adults." "Okay, talk." "You're punishing me for having male friends." "No, I'm giving you space to have whatever friends you want." "By abandoning me?" "By respecting your independence. Independent people don't need partners living with them, right?" "That's not what independent means." "What does it mean then?" She couldn't answer. Instead, "How am I supposed to afford that apartment alone? You make good money, senior analyst and all." "Not that good. Maybe Kieran can help with the budget? He's good with numbers." She threw my one decorative pillow at me. "Stop mentioning Kieran." "Why? He's just a coworker, right?" "Yes. Then why does his name upset you?" "Because you're using him as a weapon. I'm using him as an example of why you need space, for all those late-night work sessions." Her phone rang. She declined it, but I saw the name, Kieran. "Aren't you gonna get that?" Could be about the Mitchell analysis. "It's Saturday. Quarter end knows no weekends. You taught me that." She stormed out, but not before delivering this gem. "You'll be back. You'll realize how stupid this is and come crawling back." "Good luck with your independence, Phoebe." "I am independent." "Prove it." The door slammed so hard my one picture fell off the wall. That night she posted again. "Some people think independence means being alone. Wrong. Independence means choosing who you allow in your life. And toxic, insecure men who can't handle successful women, not welcome." Her friends piled on with support. "Yes, queen, his lost babe, you don't need that energy." "Cool, let's see how that energy pays rent." Update 2. Reality hit Phoebe like a freight train made of consequences. First came the utilities. See, everything was on autopay for my credit card. Electric, internet, streaming services, all of it. When I moved out, I updated the billing address to my studio. She didn't notice until the internet got shut off. "Landon, the Wi-Fi isn't working." "That's weird. Mine's fine." "Can you call them?" "Why would I call about your internet?" "Because you set it up." "Yeah. When I lived there, you should probably set up your own account." "I don't know how." "YouTube University, that's what independent people do." She hung up. An hour later, she called back. "They want a $200 deposit because I have no history with them." "Sounds about right." "This is your fault." "My fault you never learned to set up utilities?" That's a reach. But the real drama came from an unexpected source. Kieran's wife. Yeah, wife. Turns out Mrs. Kieran follows Phoebe on Instagram, saw all those late-night work sessions posts, did some digging, found their text chains on their shared phone plan. She reached out to ME. "Hi, you don't know me, but I think our partners have been inappropriate. Can we talk?" We met for coffee. Diane was exactly what you'd expect, professional, put together, and pissed. "How long have you known?" she asked. "About a week. You?" 2 days. Found texts about meeting in empty conference rooms. "For budget reports?" "Right. Budget reports that involve 'can't wait to taste you again.'" I choked on my coffee. "Again?" She showed me the screenshots. Not gonna lie, they were worse than I thought. This wasn't just emotional cheating. They'd hooked up at least twice, in the office, during work hours. "What are you gonna do?" I asked. "Oh, I already did it. Sent everything to HR yesterday." Damn. They have a strict fraternization policy, especially regarding married employees. "What about Phoebe? What about her?" She knew he was married. I made sure to include her Instagram posts calling me insecure for questioning their friendship. Holy shit. Sure enough, Monday morning my phone exploded. What did you do? Currently? Making breakfast. You? I'm suspended pending investigation. Investigation of what? You know what? I actually don't. I've been minding my business in my studio. Kieran's wife went to HR with screenshots of your budget reports? This isn't funny. I could lose my job. Over work conversations? That seems extreme. They weren't. It's complicated. Complicated how? Can you just come over? Please? Why? Because I need you. I thought you needed space. I was wrong, okay? Is that what you want to hear? What I want to hear is the truth. Was it just budget reports with Kieran? Silence. Phoebe? It's complicated. It's really not. Either you were working or you were cheating. Which was it? Can we talk in person? We're talking now. I'm scared, Landon. I might lose everything. Your independence? My job, my apartment, my everything. Sounds like you need to budget better. Maybe Kieran can help? Oh wait, she hung up. But the story doesn't end there. Because Diane, she's thorough. She didn't just go to HR. She went to LinkedIn, found every woman connected to both Kieran and Phoebe, sent a professional but devastating message. Hi, I'm reaching out to female professionals in Kieran Walsh's network. It's come to my attention that he's been inappropriate with female colleagues, particularly those reporting to or working closely with him. If you've experienced anything uncomfortable, please know you're not alone. HR at company is investigating. 5 women responded with their own stories about Kieran. Phoebe wasn't special. She was just the latest. Final update. The complete collapse was spectacular to watch from my tiny studio. First, the job. HR's investigation found that Phoebe and Kieran had been using company resources, conference rooms, office hours, even expense accounts for their affair. Both were terminated with cause, no severance, no references. Phoebe called me sobbing. They fired me over nothing. Over nothing? We were just... Conference room hookups aren't nothing, Phoebe. How do you know about that? Diane told me, with receipts. That bitch. The woman whose husband you were screwing? Yeah, what a bitch for being upset. I didn't know he was married. He wore a ring. Lots of men wear rings. On their wedding finger? I thought it was for style. Okay, fine, I knew. But he said they were separated. Were they? No, but I felt... You felt what? Special. He made me feel special. Special enough to risk your career? I didn't think anyone would find out. There it was. The truth. Not that she was sorry, just sorry she got caught. Without a job, she couldn't afford the apartment. Remember how she wanted to be independent? Well, the landlord wanted his rent. All of it on time. Can you help me out? Just this month? Why would I do that? Because you care about me. I cared about us. You cared about sneaking around with married men. Man, singular. Does that make it better? Landon, please. I'll be evicted. Better find a cheaper place then. With what money? With what references? I was fired. Consequences suck, huh? But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Remember those 5 women who responded to Diane's LinkedIn message? They organized. Created a whole spreadsheet documenting Kieran's behavior over 3 years. Turns out Phoebe wasn't just the latest. She was the only one who enthusiastically participated. The others had rejected him and documented it. Phoebe had leaned in. One of them, Jessica, reached out to me. Your ex really thought she was special. We all warned her at the holiday party. She called us jealous. Jealous of what? Of her connection with Kieran. Said we couldn't handle a confident woman going after what she wanted. The irony was delicious. Without a job or apartment, Phoebe had to move back with her parents. In the suburbs. 2 hours from the city. She texted me one last time before leaving. I hope you're happy. You destroyed my life. I moved into a studio. You destroyed your life. Over some texts. Over an affair with a married man at work using company property. You're so self-righteous. And you're so independent. How's that working out? I hate you. Okay. Don't you have anything else to say? Good luck with the job search. She blocked me. Last I heard through mutual friends, she's working retail at her mom's boutique, still posting about being a boss babe despite having no corporate job. Kieran's wife divorced him and took him to the cleaners. He also got fired and blacklisted in the industry. The 5 women who spoke up all got promoted after the toxic environment cleared. Jessica got Kieran's old position. As for me, I love my tiny studio. It's quiet, drama-free, and nobody texts about budget reports at 2 a.m. Started dating a teacher named Grace who thinks corporate drama is exhausting. She's right. My favorite part? Phoebe's last Facebook post before going dark. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself. Starting fresh and focusing on what really matters: integrity, honesty, and true independence. The comments were brutal. Is this the same woman who got fired for screwing her married coworker? Independence equals moving back with mommy? Maybe focus on not being a homewrecker? She deleted it within an hour. Funny thing about independence, when you use it as an excuse to hurt people, it becomes a very lonely word. She wanted space. She got infinite amounts of it. She wanted to be free from distractions. Well, unemployed in your childhood bedroom is pretty distraction-free. Me? I'm typing this from my closet of an apartment, about to head out for dinner with Grace. She actually knows how to have male friends without ending up in conference rooms with them. Wild concept, I know. Edit, for those asking, yes, the studio really is 400 square feet. Yes, I'm keeping it. After living with someone who weaponized needing space to cheat, actual space feels pretty good. Even if it's tiny.